This is a Chat Cinema podcast, a special one because the Berlinale is coming up, Berlinale 2020. And we all know what happened to me last year when I talked about the Berlinale, but we're going to move forward. I'm here with Sophia and Steve.
Hello
Black
again.
and Paper presents Chat Cinema. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to say I'm not going to attend the Berlinale because they changed the dates this year. It's a little later. I think it starts on the 20th,
The
right?
20th,
20.
yes.
Yeah,
Thursday
and
the 20th.
it conflicts with the Milan Fashion Week. So this year I'm going to skip it, but I have been keeping up. So I'm going to let Sophia and Steve do the talking this year and give us their opinion of what they think is going to happen and what are going to be the trends, especially because, like I said, we have two new heads of the festival this year.
Yeah. First of all, did you see the artwork?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in
Let's
favor.
start from this.
Okay. I'm going to give you two thumbs up because I like the artwork. It's more sophisticated. I think it was more thought out, for example.
It is sophisticated, but actually, for me, I didn't like so much the colors.
Okay.
And for 70 years, I mean, it's a jubileum somehow, and I was expecting something with more imagination, maybe.
Okay, I can see that.
See?
I, on the one hand, I like it because it's quite light. And also, I'm just glad that there's been a change of design as well. A change is always good. And I like it. I like it, but it doesn't, for me, it just doesn't seem like the Berlinale. It seems like a sort of, the web design of a film festival, a smaller film festival in a smaller country, you know.
But at least this year they didn't use a picture of a bear and pose.
At last.
Yeah, on top of the Berlin landscape or something, because
Yeah.
that I did not like at all. Yeah, I agree. It could be a bit more glamorous or something bigger, more spectacular. But I think it was a step in the right direction.
Yes, definitely.
And it defines a sort of a new era somehow.
Yes.
So in this sense, it does its job very well.
So we like that. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going with the positive vibrations. Well, what are your thoughts, Sophia?
First of all, I was with the first press releases. I was thinking of you, my dear.
Uh-oh.
Because this year we won't be having a culinary cinema.
That's right. That's right.
Aw. Actually, it was one of the first things that the new director, Carlos Satrian, actually canceled. And I was never a big fan. I know you weren't, Steve. I don't know about you.
No.
But it was a section that made the program bigger, made the program, I don't know, stronger, not in any way,
No.
and terrifying somehow with so many films and so many movies, a whole section, whatever. No, for me it was a good decision.
I never understood that was one of the problems I had with it in recent years, with the Berlinale as a whole. Never really understood why a section like culinary cinema in one of the A-list film festivals, it almost seemed like a gimmick. You would have it maybe 1 year as a sidebar, maybe to coincide with some special event, but the fact that it was repeated year after year, it just seemed an oddity,
Yeah.
in the program.
Completely agree.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it should have been a separate festival, really.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
would have done.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
okay.
But always that was the tendency of the Berlinale, and I hope that it's gonna stop slowly. It's to incorporate more and more and more things. So after a specific point, it's not a film festival anymore. It's a festival that also has other art or other subjects and themes that they're so various. I mean, we talked about it also in our last version.
Right. But the problem is, and Steve, we talked about this before the podcast, with so many sections and so many films, it's really hard to find that one good or great picture at the festival, and it's hard to get a consensus at the festival.
That's right.
Because you have people who only go to certain sections. And so,
Yeah.
like a lot of people ignore competition and only stay in forum or panorama, for example. It becomes very cliquish, as Steve said.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely.
And for such a big festival, you're missing out on like the highlights of the films because it tends to be like so many people see so many different films, so you trust one or two persons' word of mouth on a particular film,
I know, I do.
and then by the time you want to go and see it, that last screening might be sold out, or and you miss it, and you have to go and see it after the festival. So these are other like problems that the Berlinale has had. You really have to be focused on what you're going to see and how take your chances on like the quantity of films that's out there, because it's just so much, so overwhelming. And even if you're a massive film buff and you're going to see 4 or 5 films a day, that's still 50 films out of 400 or something. So
True. There's no way. I mean, we know someone who only saw 100 films,
Wow.
and he was very proud of the fact that he saw 100 films. Okay, that's way too much time in darkness for me in a week's time.
It's terrifying.
Yes.
Really. It's terrifying. But
Next, what's next on the agenda?
actually, we don't have any news on the competition yet.
No.
Which is a bit strange, I
Which
must
is a bit
say.
strange. It is. Actually, we have the panorama. The panorama, more or less, is what we have been expecting. I mean, new films, newcomers, and I think that after Wieland Speck left the program, Michael Stutz, I mean the head, he goes ahead with the same tradition, but no competition yet. No competition. It's the first time that the competition is delaying so much. Huh?
Which is interesting, intriguing,
Interesting.
conspicuous in its silence at this late stage.
Do you think that's good or bad?
I don't think that it's good. I would like to have had some, I mean, signs of what it's gonna be.
Oh, it's not good at as Sophie said, it's not good at all because it keeps everything low profile and
Very true.
under wraps, at this very late stage, and then probably the sponsors, it's like the big sponsors are panicking.
Well, I think we all are panicking because, for
Yeah.
example, at Cannes, you usually know what films are going to premiere way before the festival.
Absolutely.
So there's always a buzz generated
Totally.
the Cannes event.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now here we are, 7 weeks away, and we still don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's also, I think that they have done pretty hard work on the sponsoring. They have lost many sponsors. They have new sponsors. It's new people cooperating somehow. I mean, within the sponsoring sector. So I think that they have consumed a lot of time in the administrational part because I think that needed to be done.
I'm sure they cleaned house.
Yeah,
Should have had
yeah,
to-
yeah, yeah. Many delegates have left, delegates of films. This I know from within the film business. So a lot of things has changed, but I'm hoping that it won't lower the artistic value of it.
No, absolutely. And with the new people on board, especially Carlo, and with no news of the competition program, any announcements, it's suddenly become a mystery. And like you say, with 7 weeks to go.
Well, I think the problem is now for Carlo and the new Berlinale team, the media is a bit, at least the Berlin media, it seems a bit hostile to them. I mean, I'm picking up vibes that are not very good. The knives are out and the festival hasn't even started.
Yeah, but we have to give him, especially him, the benefit of the doubt.
I agree.
Absolutely, and we have to see what his selection is going to be. I'm sure that the whole team, of course, it's a new beginning. Might be nervous. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's expecting anxiously, but it's the first time that they have delayed so much.
Well, no, I'm supporting them. I mean, they really inherited a bit of a mess.
Yes.
And so they have to make the best of it. So I'm going to give them a chance.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Even though I'm not going to be there, sorry. I'll be there next year, but this year. But I'm hoping you guys are going to fill me in, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But we're looking forward to it.
But his reputation is very good because of what he's done at Locarno.
Yeah, of course.
So he brings that with him, and I think especially for that reason. You've got to give him time to turn the Berlinale around, because the Berlinale has been stagnant for a few years now. It's just been,
put it
a festival that's
mildly.
been repeating itself for many years. The same types of films, the same filmmakers, the same guests.
Let's hope they're gonna be different. Others.
God. Other guests at the Berlinale? Oh, be still my heart. I'm going to miss it.
About what we were discussing before off the record, about the heads. I mean, usually a festival is always the artistic director and then it's the administrational director. To me, it's a good choice. It's there has to be not only a director for the artistic part, but also the administrational who is in charge of the financing and new collaboration and cooperation. It's a lot of administrational tasks actually within a festival. Huh?
I can imagine that. Well, like I said, my fingers are crossed. I'm not against them. I hope it works out. You guys want to add anything?
No, I sincerely hope it works out for them, because to change the after 19 years to change the festival director, and with no disrespect to the longevity of what Mr. Kosick did, it's I think it was a change was well overdue. I don't think anybody would expect to be a festival director for 19 years, and unless you really are taking the festival forward.
Became a fan club, really.
Yeah.
You saw the same people worshiping the same people. Oh God, please.
It did. Whether anybody would deny this or say it wasn't true, it just really did give the impression of being a clique, at the end, in what is like such a big film festival in terms of number of films.
And I hope, from my side, that we're gonna get out of the cinema and really have enjoyed movies. Whereas it hasn't been the case for many years.
Really.
We're getting out of the cinema and you were saying, okay, really? This in competition in Berlinale?
That's right.
But this is what I'm anticipating.
Oh, please, a movie we can enjoy.
Yeah, enjoyable, high level, artistic value, and all that.
Okay. Yeah, and I was thinking earlier that it seems to be really two sort of polar opposites. You've got some aspects of the Forum and Forum Expanded that are really like a difficult watch for any type of film buff. They might be very intriguing in their own way, but you're thinking, is this really for a film festival? And then at the opposite
That's a good
pole,
question.
Yeah, exactly. And then the opposite pole, you've got the really sort of commercial films in competition.
I think he does that to try to get headlines.
Yeah, and stars.
Get stars to come.
Stars.
I mean, there's always politics and media.
Yeah.
There's a game to be played.
Yeah.
So that's what
the stars are needed, okay?
Yeah, of course.
You need the stars,
Yes.
but
Yes.
like in a special screening or
Yeah.
not for the awards.
No.
No.
George Clooney monuments, man. Oh. I think that was well. let's not say that. What were you going to say about Ang Lee is going to be here? They're doing this new director series, so we have to talk about that. 'Cause I like that idea.
I like that idea very much. Actually, it's called On Transmission, and it's an idea. I mean, it's the director suggests another director to pick a film, and this director that he has chosen, they make a discussion with the director of his country. Actually,
great.
Yeah, it's within a country.
Uh-huh.
Like there's Taiwan, there's Italy, it's Hungary, I think. It's interesting. I mean, to me, it sounds like a carte blanche. This famous carte blanche.
Right.
I mean, that the director or an artist is choosing the films and not the programmer. Something like that.
Okay.
No, that sounds really
Very nice.
Yeah, really nice, very interesting, but also good for an international film festival as well.
Right.
It seems very cross-cultural,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should get Martin Scorsese to do it next
Oh
year.
yeah, grumpy
We
old
have
man.
Ang Lee and we don't want anything else.
We like Ang Lee.
We like Ang Lee,
He's
yes.
actually a nice guy, man. He's a really,
I
really
met
nice
him
guy.
too.
He is a
really,
nice guy.
really nice
Yeah.
guy.
Come on, his films.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
very
I mean,
approachable. So that's
Very
really
much
good,
so, yeah. When he went to the
Smart
Crouching
man.
Tiger press
Yeah.
conference when he played London Film Festival back in 1990, I
Last
think.
Caution.
Really
come
nice
on.
guy.
Amazing.
So that should be really good. He's
A
okay.
very
so
good filmmaker
We're
as well.
we're interested. Okay, so we're happy about that. Anything else? Anybody? Do you guys want to add anything?
No, we're looking forward. Helen Mirren is going to be there.
Helen
Oh,
Mirren.
Helen Mirren,
Dame,
yeah.
Honored.
Is it Dame Helen Mirren or is it just plain
She
Helen?
is.
She is
She's
Dame.
Dame.
Oh
Helen
yes,
Mirren, yeah.
the Brit speaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Dame Helen Mirren, she's going to get the bear this year.
Yeah, she's a golden
Yeah.
bear or something for her contribution
Yeah.
in
Yes.
film, which of course more than deserved. We love her.
Everybody
Who would
likes
have-
Helen Mirren. So
Come on, who would have an objection?
Yeah,
Well deserved.
Yeah, okay,
She's
so
very
we'll give
good.
her that.
And also a good ambassador as well, especially for women in film as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for women.
And
Yeah.
her age is quite shocking. Remember, Betty Davis at her age was washed up, but Helen Mirren is still working. So that
Yeah,
should tell you
and she's
something.
also a nice looking woman.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
she's
mean,
in
with
good
her
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
wrinkles.
Yeah,
And,
Oh,
but she
totally,
wears it with
yeah.
pride. She wears it with pride. So,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, she's still working, and so for a woman at her age, no offense, I'm not. Please don't attack me.
Oh, come on,
but,
stop it.
yeah, to be working, I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Very.
It's really, and people still admire her.
Only
for
only
that.
Meryl Streep has done.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what?
Yes.
Exactly. So, way to go. Anything else?
Yeah, looking forward.
Looking forward.
Berlinale starts when? February
20th of February this year. Yeah.
until March 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Berlin. Oh, wait, we have to talk about one more thing.
Oh.
My God. Ooh, now we've heard there's some problems with the cinemas this year. I don't know. It doesn't affect the press, but I think it affects the professionals because they're going to have the professional screenings pretty much all over the damn city. Oh, darn city, sorry. They're going to have the screenings all over the darn city. And so there may be some very cantankerous film producers and buyers this year at the
It's going to be
Berlinale.
visible from the. We don't have an image. I mean, we don't have an idea, an overview yet. But it's gonna be visible in the participations. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
let's see, because if you have to travel all around the
Yeah.
city and with these blocks of Berlin to
Yeah.
catch a film, no, it's not gonna be a pleasure,
And if
or
it's
you
snowing
can't do
or
your
bad
work.
weather, yeah, it's okay.
And when is CineStar?
It's closed. CineStar has closed.
It's closed
It closed the
already.
1st of January.
Oh,
yeah.
did it?
So, meaning the Berlinale was set up two ways: the CineStar and the Cinemats. Cinemats was for press. CineStar was professional. The CineStar is closed. Now they're going to have the professional screenings. I think at Russian House and somewhere else.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's going to be all over the place. And on the Kudam, meaning they're going to have to really run around to see a film. So the festival is going to be less concentrated this year. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Let's see. I mean, the
It
professionals.
would be interesting
Yeah.
actually. As a Berliner and knowing my way around,
Yeah,
and also
exactly.
always liking to go to different cinemas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But don't
but
forget
in
that.
terms of time and also in
Yeah.
February, the cold and stuff and
Cold
the
and
wet.
it's snowing.
Yeah.
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 Ooh.
But let's not forget that the professionals, they want everything to be
In
like,
one place.
in
Yeah.
one place
Yeah.
because they want to do their job. They
Yeah,
want to watch
absolutely.
films
Yes.
and they want to buy. And when it's about money,
Yes.
I'm not. That's what I said before. Ooh, this is okay, but like I said, I'll be in Milan. All right, anything else?
Well, I was going to say about the Keats cinema section that they had at the Berlinale. Just as a sort of final anecdote, I was hoping that would be sort of, published more, because maybe in the past they had like Keats Kino, and then you just get one film from the Berlinale at a kino in say for
Potsdam,
example
yeah.
Wilmersdorf, and it didn't seem to be like heavily publicised. But maybe as a knock-on effect of the inconvenience of the CineStar closing, it might spread the Berlinale around more. I mean, it won't be good for the, like you say, the professionals, but it might give it more of a widespread feeling,
Berlin-
rather than just being in the hub of Potsdamer Platz.
All right, but Berlinale is Berlin is really absorbs the Berlinale. The cinema is very,
Oh,
we always
cool.
talk, it's for the public.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh,
they sell a
totally.
lot of tickets.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
totally.
I mean, I saw a film from Zimbabwe or Soweto or somewhere. I can't.
Sure.
It's Southern Africa. 9 o'clock in the damn. Oh, sorry. 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was packed.
Oh,
on a
totally.
Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Berlin public.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. I suppose I'm thinking more of these particularly like the Three Pits keynote. I mean, or the smaller, older keynotes. You know, because Kino International I love. It's a brilliant.
Yeah, but I mean,
cinema
everybody
program.
knows that.
But everybody knows that.
It's
Yeah.
a reference
Yeah.
cinema.
And then you've got the Cubic Cinema
Yeah.
in Alexanderplatz, which is fine,
Yeah.
but we've got those sort of really old, like the Kant Kino or the ones in Wilmersdorf, Lichtspieler, and kinos
Yeah,
like that.
but when you have to travel somehow to go to Wilmersdorf to watch a film because you want to buy it or you want to make a deal or whatever,
You got to go
I
back to
don't-
the Berlinale.
I don't think that it's very.
I remember-
Oh no, I'm thinking more of the public here.
No,
Sorry,
we're talking.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
dealing
Oh, the
with
public for
yeah.
the public, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Public, no, yeah, we're talking about for
I-
the professionals.
I
Yeah,
don't,
sure,
I don't
yeah.
know how they have managed that. I mean, in the Berlinale overall, it's amazing that they have public for.
This is true, and that's still going strong. Okay, so I think we're closing out now. We've ranted enough. Anybody want to add something?
I just hope it goes well. It's definitely going to be the most intriguing Berlinale in a few
Intriguing.
years.
Yeah.
Intriguing, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
especially
good
'cause-
word.
Yeah, especially because of the changeover.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay, take care. Stay tuned for the next Chat Cinema.